I recently saw a comment on social media. The person said, yes, spark roads are being done, but we cannot drive on spark roads alone. And it may have been intended as a criticism, but I found it an important acknowledgement that Jamaicans are seeing that spark roads are being done. Other comments also acknowledge the difference in quality between spark roads and previous road infrastructure programs. And by their own admission, numerous members of the public are asking the question, why is our road not on the spark program? That is something for us as a government, as technocrats, as stakeholders, to be proud of, that the government has a program that so many Jamaicans are asking, when is this program coming to my community? And that is precisely why we're here today. The roads leading to our schools, our hospitals, our town centers, our markets, plazas, government services, transport hundreds of thousands of people and facilitates billions of dollars of economic activity. They are not simply surfaces that we travel on, they are arteries through which the Jamaican economy moves. Every day, approximately 12,000 trips are made along Residils Road, 45,000 trips on Washington Boulevard, more than 38,000 on Oxford Road, approximately 33,000 on Port Henderson Road, and then you have about 23,000 traveling between Old Harbour in St. Catherine and Freetown on the border with Clarendon. Those 5 corridors alone account for 150,000 trips. And I'm not going to extrapolate how many people are in those vehicles. These are workers trying to reach their jobs, students traveling to schools, patients seeking health care, businesses, Minister Hill, transporting goods, and families carrying out their ordinary activities in life. When the Prime Minister launched Spark, his launch was a demonstration of the vision of infrastructure development for this government, a transformation as to how we would be building roads for the future for the benefit of the people. And today, at this launch, it's a further demonstration that we put these people, the people of Jamaica, at the forefront of our minds in designing the roads of the future. So Spark is a $45 billion infrastructure program. And for the first time in Jamaica's history, over 300 community roads are now in the process of being constructed. I have to repeat it over and over again, Minister Grange. There's never been a time in Jamaica's history that the government has attempted to rehabilitate 300 roads in the span of 2 years. And I think that is something we should congratulate the government and the people of Jamaica for. 37 main roads have been identified and are going to be publicly presented today as the priority roads for our main road program. In addition, or including, are 2 major grade separated interventions that will address critical congestion points in the corporate area. And I'll allow the Prime Minister and Mr. Downer to give you more details on those 2 major projects in the main road program. But publishing these roads in itself is an important reform because it increases transparency. And another peculiarity about the Spark program is that for the first time in the history of Jamaica, the government went to the people and asked them, which community roads are most important to you that you would like to fix? And we had consultations before I was Minister with responsibility for works, where the SDC through the Ministry of Local Government and the Constituency Development Unit here at the Office of the Prime Minister, the CDF Constituency Development Fund, went into communities, engaged stakeholders from both sides of the political aisle and stakeholders who are not interested in politics, business people, civic groups, your neighborhood watch, the police, and said to them, tell us, how would you want your tax dollars to be spent in your community? And we came up with 630 roads. We are not going to be able to fix 630 roads under Spark 1, which is why the Prime Minister has instructed us at the National Works Agency and the Ministry of Works through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development to begin the process of planning for Spark 2. This transparency allows the media and the country to have a wider ability to track the implementation of the investment that we're making. It gives Jamaicans the information necessary to measure how their $45 billion is being invested. The program, however, should not just be judged by mere announcements, contracts, or work orders. It must be judged by completed works and the improvements we have made to the infrastructure of the country. As of June, as I said before, over 300 roads have been placed in Spark work orders, and I want to thank the enterprise contractor for being here, China Harbour Engineering Company, as they have been leading along with their local subcontractors. Local subcontractors are an important part of the Spark program, and over 25 of them are currently working with the main contractor. I want to say before I go, Spark is not a patching program. And I'm repeating it again. If repeating it again means I can repeat it again and again and again, my English teacher would not be proud of that statement. Spark is not a patching program. It's a total rehabilitation of our road infrastructure. It would have been very easy, especially coming up to an election, for the government to say, let us use this money and patch every road in Jamaica. And a lot of people would have been happy with that decision. But would that decision have given the people value for money? Would it have been a proper investment in the future development of Jamaica? We do not think so. The program will address culverts, retaining structures, sidewalks, road markings, and safety features. And one of the important aspects of the program that I'm very happy about, and we did it on Grange Lane, Permanent Secretary, where we are now including features on our roads to assist the differently abled members of our community. Tactile responsiveness, so the person who is visually impaired can get a response from the road when they reach at a pedestrian crossing, when they are reaching a challenging intersection. These things have not really been done in Jamaica before, and that is now a core part of the Spark Main Road program. You have all been given the Spark Handbook. In it, you will see very important information about how the program is structured. You will also see a list of the allocations for community roads that have been made to each constituency across the island. You will also see a list of some of the main roads that will be repaired over the next 12 months or will be rehabilitated over the next 12 months under the Spark Main Road program. I'm asking you not to keep the Spark booklet as a secret. Please share the information with everyone that you have the opportunity to share with. The difference between a quick fix and an enduring investment is the Spark program, and I want to thank the contractors, the National Works Agency, for carrying out the clear mandate that has been given to them by the government to ensure that we have properly supervised and well-built roads. Jamaican people must receive value for every dollar spent. And while the comment on social media has elicited a response from me, Jamaicans and the government should not take for granted the significant work that we have done under the Spark program. So today, as we launch the Spark Main Road program, we must reinforce our commitment that Spark roads will not merely look good when they are completed, but they will be properly constructed, properly supervised, and built to last. I just want to, before I go, thank the partnership of the Ministry of Local Government, our various cabinet members who have kept us on our toes by being responsive in the challenges with the Spark as we continue to improve the program. Members of the opposition have also been very responsive in highlighting challenges and also commending us on some of the work that we have done. The engineers, we divided the Spark program into several sections, and one of the sections was an independent supervisory portion where the contractor who is building the road is not the same person who is approving and supervising. We want to thank the consultants as well, the members of staff of the National Works Agency, the leadership of the National Works Agency, Mr. Down and Mr. Hunter, are here. The people of Jamaica who have been steadfast under the challenging circumstances, and also the Prime Minister for his vision in leading us down this path. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.